Boston Dynamics has had a sole grasp on the advanced and smart robotics industry for a while now with no real competitors in sight. But recently, the robotics company, Agility Robotics, has made waves in the industry by unveiling the first humanoid robot that's actually intended for use in warehouses, construction, and once artificial intelligence has advanced enough, even social places of work. Very similar to Boston Dynamics' Atlas. But unlike Atlas, it's not just a prototype, but rather a working product. Find out all about the result of decades of research on bipedal robots and its functions all in this video. Agility Robotics' humanoid robot is called Digit, and was built on many decades of research on bipedal, humanoid robots that can freely move around and make decisions. With both mobility and manipulation capabilities, it's already commercially available and has been shipping to large-scale customers all around the world since July 2020. Digit has been built on 2 decades of research and development from many different researchers with a focus on human-like dynamic mobility and manipulation, and can handle unstructured indoor and outdoor terrain, going where people go. Digit is versatile and can do a range of different jobs that have been designed around a human form factor to immediately fit in any environment where humans are already working in. It can walk, run, pick up objects, walk up a hill or stairs, and anything else you would imagine a regular human being able to accomplish. Agility Robotics provides a seemingly futuristic solution that is unique and ideal for multiple industries and use cases. Digit combines the most advanced legged locomotion and whole-body manipulation capabilities, such as lifting a box from the floor to a shelf, with efficient operation and a useful battery life. Later we can expect these types of robots to be part of everyday life. Anything you could imagine will have some kind of involvement from humanoid and bipedal robots. Not just physical or repetitive work, but also social or thinking work will be done by them. Although of course, these will require some more advancements in artificial intelligence. Agility Robotics was founded just recently, in 2015, to enter markets newly enabled by recent scientific and technical breakthroughs in robotic legged mobility. Agility's roots stretch back to co-founder Jonathan Hurst's PhD research at Carnegie Mellon University in the early 2000s. The first prototypes, Atrias and Cassie, were developed by the Dynamic Robotics Laboratory at Oregon State University from 2009 to 2016 and licensed to Agility for commercialization. Cassie, Agility's first product, was sold from 2017 to 2019. The most advanced of their robots, Digit, was developed beginning in 2018 and brought to market in mid-2020. Bipedal, humanoid robots have been in research for almost 3,000 years, but have only picked up in momentum since the 2000s. Robots like Asimo and Actroid paved the way for the more popular, smarter and more capable robots in the 2010s. Boston Dynamics Atlas took part in the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency's robotics competition back in 2015 with pretty bad results, falling to the ground multiple times and being unable to complete the challenges. But just a few years later, it's incredibly athletic, as you can see from the many videos they have posted of him recently. But athleticism alone doesn't accomplish much at the workplace, unfortunately. This is where the Digit robot comes in. Compared to all the previous robots, it can easily learn tasks by watching people or having it be programmed in manually, and then perform them in an always changing environment without many problems. Compared to the products Boston Dynamics makes, it's also relatively cheap. To be fair, Atlas isn't for sale just yet, but judging from the cost of spot, it's assumed to be at around $500,000 for the humanoid robot from Boston Dynamics. This really isn't very viable for smaller companies to buy into, which really only limits their user base to companies such as Amazon and huge warehouses. Agility Robotics, on the other hand, could possibly be a part of any small self-employed store which has to handle products. The company says the initial production of the Digit run is already completely sold out, but if you want one to work or play with, more will be available later in the summer. As far as using it to deliver packages outside of a factory or enclosed space, it's a compelling idea. They're definitely looking into it. In a world where so much of our spaces are designed around bipedal mobility, a bipedal robot could become the easiest and most reliable platform to do anything practical. Digit has some work to do before it's ready to be hauling groceries upstairs for you. but they're very much looking forward to watching this robot taking more steps toward robust and dynamic-legged locomotion based on highly efficient hydraulics that efficiently save the robot's battery. Battery use is a huge problem with these huge robots and can really limit the use of them. The average use for past humanoid robots has been at just around 50 minutes for a full charge. In April of this year, they announced the closing deal of a $20 million investment. This investment will enable the company to meet an even higher demand from logistics providers, e-commerce retailers and others for robots that can work alongside their human workers to automate repetitive, physically demanding or dangerous work safely and scalably, even in the majority of spaces that are not purpose-built for automation. In total, Agility Robotics has raised a total of $29 million since its founding in 2015. These types of robots are expected to take millions of jobs in the next few years from people who are doing repetitive tasks all day long. Whether that is a good or a bad thing is up to each person to decide on their own. Amazon, for example, is trying to make their warehouses completely automated by 2030. Whether this will be with the help of completely specialized robots like the newly announced Boston Dynamics robot, Stretch, which just looks like a huge metal arm on wheels, or with humanoid robots such as Atlas or Digit, is currently pretty unclear. But the direction in which this is going is very easy to see and will become even clearer as we approach the next decade of innovation. So what is your opinion on this topic? Do you think that Agility Robotics is a real competitor to Boston Dynamics, or will Boston's Atlas eventually beat them so badly in terms of mobility and intelligence, that the better price won't matter at all? Do you think that Digit's more friendly and less threatening look would give it an edge compared to Atlas in social environments? Please tell us in the comments below. I'd love to join in the discussions you'll be having.
Stairs. For thousands of years, the bane of robots everywhere. In this video, we're going to explore the challenges of footstep planning with a dynamic robot like Cassie. We also have some recent results we're excited to share with you and that will be included in an upcoming product. Lots of people have noticed that Cassie transitions from standing to marching in place and then starts walking. This behavior was inherited from Cassie's predecessor robot, Atreus, and is a consequence of optimizing for steady-state behavior. Cassie, like Atreus, is always actively balancing, and Cassie, like Atreus, lacks any outward-looking sensors and is effectively blind to the world. Many examples of complicated terrain can be easily navigated if you ignore the actual state of the world and treat all obstacles as gate disturbances. For example, Atreus could walk over obstacles by simply assuming that the world was flat. If this was a bad assumption, no big deal. The underlying gate dynamics were adequate to absorb the uncertainty. We've previously shown that Cassie can perform similarly.
Thank you for watching AI News. We consistently report on the newest technologies that are shaping the future of our world. We'd appreciate you subscribing and watching our other videos. See you around and take care.